Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. So I'm just getting ready to hook the chain up to the 6V92 and pull it out of here. I got to do some cutting and modifying on the frame. We'll watch a little bit of that. Plus, I got to open up the floor a little bit more as well. I don't want to do something with this firewall because it looks like crap. So I may cut that out and do something with it, or I might not. The idea is this car is supposed to look like crap. It's just supposed to run really good. Anyways, let's get it going. Just tickled the floor a little bit. No big deal. I know some of you are going to comment because this is kind of sloppy of me. I should have actually disconnected these hoses. They're pretty much junk anyways, but it's still not very classy of me to have them hanging on there when I'm running it in and out of the chassis. Alright guys, whew, I'm back. So I got the engine out. Of course you already seen me do that. And here's what we're going to be doing. Let me see if I can get you down in there. This right here, this bracket, it's pretty critical because the suspension's right on the other side of it. And if we take this bracket out, the weight's going to want to roll this frame rail in. So I'm going to take this bracket out. I'm going to plate the inside of this. And then I'm going to make a cross member that goes from the plate across to the other side, which will maintain the factory bracket. But that should keep this frame rail from bowing in. And then I'm also going to make an under the transmission cross member that goes from frame rail to frame rail on the transmission and the engine. So we'll see how it goes. Anyways, here's a time lapse for you. Okay guys, I'm going to interrupt just for a second. Little PSA. So growing up, my dad always was like, "Where's your ear pro? Where's your ear pro?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm not wearing any of that." Let me tell you what, wear your ear pro, because when you get to be my age and you can't hear shit, you'll wish you had. Anyways, so I'm going to put in some ear pro and do a little work on framing. So I cut that brace out of there. I just got this jack in there just to keep the frame separated. It actually didn't move at all. The jack's loose in there. It didn't come in at all. I imagine it would if I put the engine back in and fold the top of the frame over, but for right now it's sitting there. So I think I'm going to cut this one off too, and then I'm gonna make that plate that fits in there. I'm going to take these 3 top rivets off. I was concerned about those initially, but there's only 1 rivet in the suspension, so I'm going to take that rivet out and plate this, and then I'll put a rivet back in, or I won't. Maybe I'll put a grade 8 bolt in there. I don't know. But either way, I'll do something with that, and then I'll have this plated, and then I'll make a tubular cross member that goes from plate to plate down in the front for the engine to bolt to. And that may actually go from up here back and from there and make it an X brace. And I think it's going to be more than adequate. I've also been looking at the firewall. So there's an air compressor on the back of that engine, and it's gear driven, and I like it and I want to keep it. The problem is you see these scratches right here. when the engine is in, it's butted right up against here, so it would make servicing it impossible. And this looks like shit anyway, so what I thought I would do is I would come up here and I would cut this out here and here, and then I'll make a flange and move that back. And that gives me an opportunity to fix this as well. So I'll make like a 3-inch flange or yeah, like a 3-inch flange, and bolt this back in and make it removable. That way if I have to service, I can just get in the car, take out 6 bolts or so and do that. I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not, but that's kind of on the drawing board for right now. I need to make this opening bigger anyways. So if I scoot it back 3 inches, it won't need to be any bigger, and I can keep this factory contour. Not that it's a big deal, but anyways, I'm gonna cut this out. And, Well guys, as you can see, that Snap-on Tool Plasma 50 makes short work of that bracket. It's interesting. It's made a lot more room than I thought I was going to have. So I'll get to work cleaning that up and getting those rivets popped out, and I'll put you on time lapse so you have to compare it through it. What's up guys? So you're probably wondering, why am I going about this the hard way? Why don't I just get a 4-inch grinding wheel and grind these welds off? Well, I don't have any. Thought I did, but I'm out, and I searched all over the garage. I couldn't find one. So I'm using this sanding disc. It's kind of a pain in the ass, and I'm using my file belt driver, or file belt grinder, and I'm just going to get it done. It's going to take a little bit longer. I could go to town and get some grinding discs, but I really don't have time, and so I'm just gonna suffer through it. I just got done cutting those brackets off and cleaning the frame up, removing the factory rivets to hold the upper control arm mount. I was kind of worried about that. I thought the frame rails were going to push in, but apparently they're pretty strong, so they're staying where they should be. And I'm going to make a cross member to mount the 6V on and plate those sides so they're really strong. I know it seemed like it went pretty fast because, you know, you guys were watching a lot of time lapse and stuff, and it really took me a long time. That was at least an hour and a half that took. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, here it is. I also took those stupid brackets off the front that were all jagged and I kept busting my knee on, but so there it is. The brackets off, cleaned up in the frame. Got into it just a fuzz right here with the plasma cutter when I was cutting the bracket off. But I'll weld that up before I plate it. You see I made the top flange a little narrower, and it was just the one rivet that was holding the upper, and the other side is still riveted. These were also rivets on that plate. So I'm going to use a grade 8 bolt here, unless I can find some rivets, and then I can use my air hammer, get them hot, get them red, put them in there, use my air hammer. I may do that. Here's the other side. Same story. 3 rivets, but only one was for the upper control arm. Clean those up pretty nice in the front welds, both sides. So that's where we're at. So there you have it. That's all I'm going to do on Max today. I'm starving and I need some water. I don't have any water out in the shop. So I'm going to go inside for a little while. But a couple things to take away from today. Always wear your safety glasses. Jessica found these online. They're prescription safety glasses. It doubles as eye protection and me being able to see what the heck I'm doing. And don't forget, guys, wear your hearing protection because all of this stuff is really loud and it will damage your hearing. You'll get to be my age and thinking about getting hearing aids, and you'll be regretting not wearing your ear pro while you're young. I hope this inspires some of you to get out there and get something rusty out of the field and put a motor in it. We'll see you.